Hello, this is Stephanie Holloway, and today I'm going to share Smore with you. Not the yummy campfire treat, but a great tool for you to use in your class with your students as a different way to share information. Smore is a web service that started in 2012 to help users build online flyers and newsletters, but basically all it is just a single web page, and you can embed all sorts of content in it, like images and videos and audio files and even Google Forms. So to get started, you just go online and you're going to go to smore.com and then create a free account. You can upgrade for $59 a year and get the educator account, which is not that expensive compared to some other web tools that I know about, but the free account is good enough for me. So I'm just going to log in. I would create your account with your school account and keep your Facebook account separate. You don't want to mix your public life with your personal life. So just create it with an email account, and then here's what it looks like when you get logged in. On your homepage, they'll offer some featured flyers for you to look at. I think it's really helpful. It gives you a little bit of ideas and inspiration for how to create your own flyer. So you might want to look at a few. This is kind of what they look like when they're finished. You can see there's text and images and videos embedded within it, and people can edit comments and share it out with social media if you let them. So let's get started. To get started, all you have to do is click New Flyer and then choose your template. There's a bunch of different options available, or you can start from scratch if you want to. I'm just going to click on one. They will give you little hints. I just skip them because it's really easy. All you have to do is click in here, type in what you want it to say, and then click Done, and it will fix it for you. If you need to edit it later, you just click Edit, change what you need to change, and then click Done, and it's set up. If you want the elements to be moved around in a different order, you can click, drag, and drop it, and wherever the little dotted lines are at is where it will show up. You can delete elements that you don't want there. You can move them around. You can add new ones just by clicking the little plus and adding something in. It's really super easy. One thing that I really like about it is it's really easy to customize, and it's really easy to make it look like you want it to look. In the template, if you see any grayed out areas, you can delete them if you want, but unless you put something in them, that will not show up on your flyer. So if this is all I wanted in my flyer, I would be done, and I could click Save Now. One other thing you can do is you can change the way the flyers look. So if you don't really like this template, there are other options available, so you can put your mouse over them to preview what it would look like. So say this is the one I wanted. You can change the background. So if I didn't want this candy in the background, I could pick another image to go back behind it. Another cool feature is if you don't like the way a certain element is laid out, you can click the little arrows to the left and right, and it'll give you a few other options. This one only has 2 ways to display the title. Some of them you can't change the title. Some of them you can change, and some of them you can't. So like this picture one, that's it. That's the only way that picture is going to show up. But this paragraph, I can show it without a picture, or I can show it with a picture on the right or the picture on the left. So it's just however you want it to be. You can also change the colors for the flyer, and if you put your mouse over them, you can see how it will change too. And you can change the font if you'd like as well. One thing I really like about this is that there are options to customize your flyer, but there's not too many. One thing I noticed when I was teaching web design is that students would get bogged down and waste a ton of time on the way their site looked rather than focusing on the content for the site. So that's really prevalent when they're doing a project. They get excited and they want it to look a certain way, and they spend tons of time going through all the template options available. Here there were 6 templates. There's 5 designs for each template. There's a few backgrounds, there's a few colors, and there's a few fonts. And you're not spending a ton of time wasting your class time trying to design something that you really are focused on the content of what they want to share with you. So that's basically the way the template works. When you're finished, you want to click Save Now. It does have a save feature, just like Google Drive, but it doesn't save quite as often, so I always make sure I click Save Now. When you're finished, you just click Done Editing, and then it will open up on your page. You get a preview of what it will look like, And you can change the settings if you want to allow people to contact you or allow people to comment, allow people to share your flyer with social media. You can even make your flyer private if you wanted to. Just make sure the settings are what you want them to be before you share it. So several different ways to share it. You can share it with an email. You can share it in social media. You can embed it in another website like your Google Classroom page. You can print it. So if you use it for your syllabus on the first day of school to try to be different, you can have a printed version for your kids if you want to. You can also just share the link. So if you decided you wanted to use this as your teacher webpage, you would share this with the board office and they could link it to your name on our school website. Once you've had at least 30 people visit your site or view your flyer, you are able to view some analytical data. It's very basic, basically how many visits, how they're finding it. That's basically it. So that's a cool tool as well. To view all the flyers you've created, you just click on your flyers at the top right there, and then there'll be a little thumbnail version of them down at the bottom. There are 3 options available. You can go in and edit it some more if you want. You can duplicate it, so if you're using a template and you want to send something out again a second time, you can duplicate your original one and then just edit it and send it out, or you can delete a flyer that you don't need. So that's pretty much it. I really hope that this was helpful. I think that it could be useful in a classroom. If you need help implementing this in your class or creating a s'more on your own, just let me know and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks again for watching this tutorial. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful time implementing EdTech in your class.